Here we go, guys. We're going to go over the stock market right now, but first I wanted to put this up. I just posted a weekly chart Bitcoin regarding the 50-week simple moving average, this green line here. And as you can see, we've come down and we're right at this low pivot. Very, very critical. Honestly, we just really can't lose this. I mean, I'm not saying this is the last hope we have, but this is the last hope we have. We need to hold this low pivot, and just as important, or probably more importantly, we need to close basically where we are, or preferably, obviously, higher, but it'd be nice to get up and over this 50. Like right now, we're trading just under it. What are we, 32,000 basically, and the 50 sitting at 32,281. Okay, now we still have 3 days to go because this candle will close Sunday, this Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Central. So we have a little bit of time, but it really would be nice, because right now it's potentially a reversal candle, because we're on a downtrend here. And that's what they look like, at the bottom of a downtrend. We could reverse up, and start attacking this high pivot level up here, close to 40,000. Now, reason why I say that, regarding the reverse candle and regarding the 50, because if you look over here, now this one ended up being a reversal candle, and, it closed under the 50, but we had a real nice clearing candle the next day, but that was January of 20, and then time we got over here February, March of 20, at the big dump, scare out, flush, and then that's when we reverse, and then really the bull market that we could still be in it, but we need to get back up and over clearly above this 50. But basically, this is where the bull market started, with this clearing candle that took out the last 2 weeks of these 2 weeks in March 2020. So that's why it's important. As you see here, sideways consolidation, and we broke up and out, cleared over the 50. Then here we go. Okay. So anyway, that's my soapbox on the 50 weekly simple moving average. Now let's look at the Dow Jones. Let's go ahead and look at the daily here. Let me put everything back on here, get my system up and going. And the 200. Okay, here we are. We're still in this consolidation box here. You can see the low, high, then we had an outliner here that broke under. But man, they turned around the next day, put us back in the safe box. So let's see if we can, and now we're over the 20 today. We had a big gap down, a scare out, so to speak, but here we go. This low pivot here is going to be we have a high pivot. That's pretty cool. High pivot over here. Consolidation came up, came back, held. Until we gap down. Now we're back over it. So strong support right where that blue dash line is for the Dow Jones. Let's see if we can come up here and hit and retest our all-time high. And now the Dow Jones transports, kind of an indicator, and also copper, about how the economy is doing and how potentially the stock market. And as you can see, it started coming, falling back down, coming down. Back here in June, actually the 1st of June, it's been very weak. So we will see if this comes true, that the markets will soon get a lot more weak than they are. But at the same time, we're coming back up, testing these previous support areas. This long-term uptrend line, as you can see, fell under it last week, really had the big slam down, and then the next day 180, boom, then we're back above the 20, and we could literally be on the S&P 500. We could be at all-time highs right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it right there, and we could be up there in a heartbeat, but we still got to get above this uptrend line, and of course attack this 3 days of sideways consolidation and kind of a resistance area. So we will see by the end of the week how they do that. And then the NASDAQ is one of the first movers either on the way down or on the way up, so we like watching it. And as you can see, it's been a while since we hit this bottom support line, uptrend line, going back to the, about the middle of May. And then boom, we got over the 20, came back, retested it, and hadn't touched it again until, when we gapped under it here. Then boom, then today we're back, up running, probably coming up, testing all-time highs again. So, the Russell in this, look at that, building the base here, sideways consolidation. Now it will break. I don't know how soon or how late it'll do it, but this will break real hard, real fast, to the downside or upside, and probability is probably to the downside. We've already come down pretty close to 200, but this whole area here, when you get this type of price action, you could almost, tilt it up, vertically, and that'll be, roughly how high up, the price will go, or you can tilt it down, and that's conceivably how, low that price action can go. Just kind of give you an idea how significant these sideways kind of tight consolidation zones, how they can work. And then the IYR, U.S. real estate, iShares, ETF, as you can see, consolidation broke out to the upside, but we're trying to get back up and over this uptrend line that was support, and then we traded sideways, got out of it, got back over the 20, which is important for a couple of days, got back up into our up price channel, then fell out again, and then here we are trying to fight our way back up to Qs. Here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this line. It's kind of confusing. And then we'll see if we can come back up here and test, again, all-time highs here. So let me put that red line for resistance and see what happens when we come up here and nudge that, this little top area for that all-time high. As you can see, real nice price channel here, bouncing off the top and bottom each time. Then we'll see if we're going to break higher or come back in and retest this bottom trend line. And gold, I don't know if we've done it, but here we are. Back under our, long-term trend line again, under the 200 and just over the 20. And this little, see a high pivot here, high pivot there, resistance areas broke through it. And then we stayed under it for a while testing, and then finally got above it. So we'll see if we can hold it. But several days here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So we'll see if, Wednesday, Thursday, if we can't get a green, at least one green candle, pause candle, reversal candle out of here. Then silver, a million things I'm thinking of here, so that's why I'm stuttering. Sideways consolidation, holding the 200, holding this, basically the line here, making this sideways consolidation zone, and then boom, we lost it, then lost it again. So here we are down here trying to build a base again to see if we can come back up and retest. This is going to be like a brick wall unless something, I don't know, dramatic happens with the dollar, a big crash or something. It's going to be hard to get through this, zone here, or that really where that red dash line is. There's also the 200 and the 20. Of course, by the time that happens, the 20 could be lower. It's easier to get through one moving average, at a time, like here, and then they got through the 20 rather than, both of them together. Then also that reminds me, whenever you get the 20 and the 200 together, positively, absolutely, 100% of the time, they will spread apart, and either the 20 will run to the upside following price, or price will have had enough and drop to the downside, and the 20 will separate from the 200 to the downside. But okay, guys. Oh yeah, copper is another kind of an indicator of the economy. Consolidation here, not really driving up. We were doing amazing going back 2020, right straight up, and then we got in this downtrend channel here, the green, and then luckily we got back over the 20, just kind of basically holding up here, barely above the 20. So we'll see if we can get clear this little resistance zone where the red dashed line is. See, it was support. We melted through, and then it's been hard to bust through it. But the longer you're here, the more times you hit it, most times you'll be able to break through it sooner or later. But it seems to be having a real difficult time, the price of copper, doing that. And so we'll definitely, keep a watch on it. If we draw to the downside and then the transports continue down, that is very bearish for the economy, very bearish for the market. And the market will catch up with it at some point. Okay, guys, as always, thanks so much for being members. Hang in there. We'll keep you posted and updated, and we'll see you on the charts.